What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be doing breaks and pinky counts. These skills you're going to learn are very, very important when you're doing card magic. Especially breaks. Pinky counts you can get, it's basically how to get a break, but you can get it other ways. But just the point of actually getting the break is super hard. I said break a lot. Anyways, so let's get into how it works. Okay, so we're going to start off with a pinky break under one card. Be quiet, Alexa. Be quiet, Alexa. So we're going to start off with the pinky break under the top card. So what you want to do is, it basically looks like this. Just that, because now you have a break on the top card. It doesn't matter what it is. That depends on what the trick you're doing. But anyways, what you're going to do is your thumb is going to slide off. It's going to come in contact with the top card and push. And as it pushes, it's going to slide off the three fingers here. So it's going to be the middle finger, the ring, and the pinky. So what you're going to do is you're going to slide just like that. So it kind of looks like a wave. Just practice doing that first. Okay, so now you're in this position. Obviously, it's not going to be that dramatic, or exaggerated, but that's just for this example. I'm going to show you like this. So now you have it's slid out. What you're going to do is your thumb is just going to break it back. However, what also is going to happen is not only just going to bring it back from before, but as it's bringing it back, your pinky finger is going to lodge yourself in there. So it's going to look like this. Up. It's basically all your pinky is doing is this. Let me show you this side. It's curling itself in so you can get lodged in there. Like it's not actually the whole finger itself. It's not moving. It's just really this top part. So just like that. So watch. So it'll be like this. Push. And then back. See that. That's how it was before. That's how it is now. Okay. So in full motion, it'll look like this. Just like that. And you can do it fast. And this move is not supposed to be one that the spectator knows. So you can just have the cards like by your waist, just like talking to them, explaining the story of the trick. And as you're doing that, if you want to get the break under the top card, you can just do that. And after a lot of practicing, you can make it super subtle. Because mine's just like that. And I have it. Obviously, I'm not doing that. Even if you still are at that position where you need to do that, just do it on your side. Because nobody will notice. If I'm just doing that, nobody's going to notice. Or even the big, exaggerated one. Like obviously you're not gonna turn it like that, it's weird. But if you're just on your side and just doing this, oh my god. And I did the exaggerated version. So that's the pinky break under the top card. So say you want to get a break under the one of the middle cards here. How are you gonna do that? Well, there's a lot of ways to do this. The way I do it and the way the majority of other magicians do it is by doing something called a pinky count. And the pinky count is a little hard, it's gonna take practice, a lot of muscle memory, but it's so helpful once you get it. So, say I wanted to get a break under the top three cards. So what the pinky count is this. All it is you're moving down the whole deck, wherever you want to be at the deck. It's just a pinky. Now this may look a little simple because you can be like, oh, I'm good by doing that with just my thumb, but it's actually much harder with the pinky. So, say I want to get under the top three cards. It can just be like this. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So now I have three cards. So, how does this work? Well, it's basically like it's riffling down the thumb except without that index. So what you're going to do is all the other fingers besides the pinky, and maybe not the index as much, they're just going to be pushing down and warping the deck like this. So it's going to be like that. Because that's going to help you push down. And at the same time it's doing that, and you can use this pad here to help push up because look, see? It's sort of pushing up. So as the thumb pushes down, that's sort of pushing up to warp it. How that works is now, since that's warping, and the index can be there too, your pinky is going to be on the corner where it's going to riffle, and that's also going to be pushing pressure down. And if you put enough pressure and just release a bit in the center, so like that, on the top card it comes off, and then the second card, the third card, as many cards as you want. So you put pressure with the other cards, and then as you're doing that, you are pushing pressure down with the pinky on the corner, and then you riffle. So say I want to get 5 cards this time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you like this. That's gonna take practice, but it's really, really helpful because I see a bunch of other magicians when they're starting off, and it's okay to do this when you're starting off, but you don't want to make a habit by always doing this. So see when they want to get a break under 3 cards, they could be like, oh, 1, and then they have to look down. They could be like, let me just show you. It's like, oh, 1, 2, 3, and that looks so bad. And even if you're not looking down, it just looks weird. You're just trying to count while you're talking. So it's gonna be like, okay, so for this trick on this one, and then it's a whole mess compared to just okay. So with this trick, what I'm gonna do is, and then you have 2 cards, or not meant 3 cards, but anyways, the point is that it's very, very helpful. So that's the pinky count, that's the pinky break on the top card. And the actual action of getting the pinky once you're at the spot, so say I riffled down all the way to here, so now you're in this position, all you're gonna do is just slide your pinky in there. You're not gonna do it all the way, because even by the front that looks bad. Because when I do mine, I just do that. Like the tip of my thumb, with my pinky. But the point is that when you're in this position, you want to shove it in there, shove it in, and you don't want to do too much, not too little, or else it's going to come out. Just a little, just to keep that break. And if you want, as you're coming in, you can push down a bit more. You don't want to do it too much, because then you can see that happening in the front of the deck. So you just want to shove it in there, just like that. So that's the pinky break, pinky count. Other types of breaks, like I told you in the last video when we were teaching the double undercut, include like the thumb break. So if you have a pinky break, you can transfer it to a thumb break. And then there's different types of ones where you can hold it sort of like this with your 3 fingers. These are a little tricky. I don't know exact ones on the top of my head, because there's a lot of weird breaks that happen depending on the trick you're doing. Like there's one where you have a pinky break there, and then like a ring break. It's super hard. And then just like that, and you're holding 3 breaks at once, and it's supposed to be concealed, and you're sort of trying to cover it, but meanwhile you have like 3 breaks, or 2 breaks. So it's really hard. It depends. You're gonna encounter a lot of weird breaks, and it depends on the trick. But the 2 main ones are the pinky break and the thumb break. Okay, so that's the pinky count and the types of breaks, like the pinky and the thumb break and other types. I hope you enjoyed this. These are skills that you really have to learn well, or else you'll form bad habits and you won't do good tricks. And as well as the card control, this, and palming, I think those are the 3 main skills you have to learn, but that's what I'm going to teach you next time, palming. So I hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like, let's get this channel going. It's a lot of fun making these videos. Buy the cards. Kickstarter coming out soon. Please, I would really appreciate it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.